Welcome to the Devil's Lair with Randy Meadows and Todd Gann. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/devilslair. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
The HARLEM SHAKE.
Welcome back to another edition of the Devil's Lair. I'm Randy Meadows.
And I'm Todd Gann. Happy you folks are joining us tonight and appreciate you chiming in.
We opened up with the HARLEM SHAKE. It's the latest craze going on around the world. And our Tift County student section looked like they were having a lot of fun, so I thought we might just open up the show with that and show the excitement that was going on during last week's basketball game.
Right. So, everyone's coming up with their own version of the shake here lately.
Yeah, no, we don't have a version.
No, we don't. I don't think there will be one either. Do you?
Too much of me shakes already, so I don't know if I want to do any more. So.
Yeah, I won't comment.
Before we get started, I just want to say, bear with me. I've got a cold and I've got some cough drops, and I'm gonna try to make it through without coughing everybody's ear off. So, I apologize ahead of time. Well, little Todd, let's get it rolling. We been off for 2 weeks. A lot's went on.
That's exactly right. When we last were with you guys, basketball season was full swing. We're in the playoffs, and we're excited about Tift County basketball team, and had some high hopes there. And we had a couple playoff games here in Tift County, big crowds out at the Palace, and came up a little short there against North Cobb there, Randy.
Yeah, North Cobb was the number 2 team in the land. We were number 1. Mm-hmm. I really thought we'd win it.
Oh, I did too. Matter of fact, I didn't go to the game, but I was listening to it, and we were up late third quarter, pretty good, and I had a couple things I needed to do, and I kind of tuned out the game. And when I came back, we were down. I was like, "Wow, what happened?" So I was kind of shocked there.
Yeah, they took a good run at it. They lost 68-63 to North Cobb, who ended up actually winning this weekend against Norcross.
Norcross beat.
Norcross beat them this weekend.
Exactly right.
I apologize. So there's some good basketball going on.
Oh gosh, yes, there is.
They just to touch on what they had going on. They went out there and it was kind of a shoot 'em up game, which is what we typically run in our style. Mm-hmm. And the Norcross Warriors slowed it down a little bit.
They did.
Made it a half-court game and kind of took us out of our element a little bit and fought their way back in.
They did.
They went from the free throw line, went 15 for 15.
Unbelievable.
That'll win ball games. I mean,
Absolutely.
There's no doubt, no matter who you are, that'll win ball games at this level especially. So, at any level.
At any level, but how many times do you see a high school team go 15 for 15 in one game? That's really unheard of.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that. And then they had 9 3-pointers on top of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a lot to come back from. Just the fact that it was 68-63 is a good job.
That's putting a lot of garbage in the basket.
A lot of garbage in the basket. So, Brandon Green finished with 22 points, Todrick Jackson 15, and then DJ Bryant had 13. So, pretty solid show. And DJ Bryant had a pretty good playoff run. He contributed, and he did some things and played a little bit of defense, which we lacked a little bit.
That's
we needed
right.
some
a little
more
bit
defense.
more defense. Absolutely. And, I think you've alluded to it. He's kind of one of the unsung heroes of the team this season. Contributed quite a bit, just, didn't get a lot of press as some of the other players did.
Well, he's not going to, but his day is coming. I promise you that.
That's exactly right.
He's a fine player, great shooter, just pure shooter, and he's got a good stroke. I really like him.
Right.
And I look for next year, man. They're going to have a good team next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be excited looking forward, and we're going to lose a couple guys, but we got a solid team coming back, and
exactly.
A lot of depth there. And, you know, and that's the thing we've had for several years, actually, Randy, is, you know, we've had, you know, kids graduate, move on, but, you know, we've had folks come in right behind them, just as good, and, you know, I think we'll do well again next year.
Yeah, well, you have Todrick Jackson coming back,
Right.
and he did a phenomenal job this year, man.
Absolutely.
Just kudos to him for kind of taking a step back and letting Brandon Green have the spotlight as a senior and whatnot.
That's right. That's right.
It takes someone special to be
yeah.
able to handle that,
Oh, yeah.
especially when Todrick's been the man for a couple of years.
Absolutely, you know, and, you know, no doubt he'll be the guy they go to next year for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, and then DJ Bryant will be that number two guy. He'll move up and be that scoring threat they need. So, kudos to them. They had a phenomenal season, man.
Absolutely.
Nothing to hang our heads about.
Absolutely.
You know, it wasn't exactly what we wanted and
That's
anticipated, but hey,
That's exactly right.
we live to fight another day.
That's exactly right. You know, and of course, on the flip side, the girls, kind of a same story there. Had a great season, and once again faced North Cobb, and you know we just kind of got beat there, Randy.
Yeah.
You know, had a great season. Can't take nothing away from the season they've had, and North Cobb girls just a phenomenal team.
Yeah, they are. They won 55-30, so it was really, I mean, it wasn't that close of a ball game, but they you know, they worked hard and
They did.
and fought and scrapped the whole game.
Absolutely.
And you know, hats off to the ladies. They did a wonderful job, and I wasn't sure they were going to get through the first or the second round, and they did.
Well,
and you know, they went up and said, "Hey, look, Atlanta, we can play with you when we need to."
That's right. That's
and,
exactly right. And they did.
And you know, that's a victory in itself. So,
Oh yeah. Well, you know, even early on in the season, you really didn't know what this girls' team was going to be about. You know, and they had a heck of a season. Probably a season no one had really anticipated.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. With a lot of, I'm not going to call it controversy. It's turmoil and strife, I guess.
Well,
going
you know,
on
you
within
had,
the program.
Within the program, you know, you had some things going on outside the court that you know, it had to have an effect on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So
you got your head coaches, you know, having some medical issues, and you know, as a player, I'm sure you're concerned about that, and that's in the back of your mind. But you know, those girls held it together and you know performed very well, and you know, kudos to them.
Exactly, it's a testament to their strength and you know their willingness to go out there and work hard for somebody
That's
else.
Exactly right, and their ability to focus on the game.
And on the game itself and keeping it on the court. And
That's
kudos
right.
to them, man.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we wish Coach Julie Connor all the best.
Absolutely.
And our thoughts and prayers with her. She goes out and tries to fight what's ailing her. So,
That's right.
Good luck, Coach. If you need anything, let us know.
That's right.
So,
That's right. That's exactly right.
So that's kind of the wrap up of basketball. We're done. Let me touch on one thing. Mr. Basketball, Georgia basketball, was Mr. Brandon Green, who obviously is a Tift County Blue Devil.
Right.
It was announced, I think it was before the North Cobb game.
It was.
And he won Mr. Basketball, a very big deal. As most people know, he's going to Kansas to play basketball. One of the best programs in the country. We've touched on it before. But one thing I want to touch on is how Mr. Basketball is dominated in Metro Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Year after year after year.
Exactly.
And
it's an award given out by the Atlanta Tip-Off Club.
yeah, the Atlanta Tip-Off Club. And we actually have had 2 Mr. Basketballs come out of Tift
is that
County.
right?
That's right.
Who was the other?
Pablo Machado. Yeah, so him and old Pablo went to, they're both Mr. Basketball, come
how
out of
about
Tift
that?
County. So that's something else we can be proud about.
Absolutely. Well,
So-
how about that?
Former Milton coach David Boyd, who is legendary in Georgia, he tweeted, he said, Brandon Green's choice as Georgia Player of the Year may have been as lopsided as ever in Georgia high school basketball. So,
How about that?
yeah, so good job to Brandon
That's
Green.
exactly right.
He deserves it. He played his behind off, and we've talked about it just off the air and whatnot. He's sneaky, man. He's a sneaky good guy, and he puts numbers up, and you're like, whoa, okay. He put that many up. And
Exactly, because you don't realize it.
yeah, you really don't. So kudos to him, and that's a good job. That
right.
helps our program.
Absolutely.
So good job, Brandon Green.
That's right. That's right. Bring home the bacon for Tift County.
Bringing home the bacon for Tift County. Well, what else we got, Todd?
Well, you know, got basketball's kind of wrapped up now, and kind of getting into some of these sports is kind of transitioning from winter to spring now, and soccer's in full swing. We'll talk a little bit about soccer. I know, that, that's one of your favorite sports to play.
It is. I mean,
No, soccer's a lot of fun really to watch when you kind of know the rules and what's going on. It's a very, very good sport. Varsity girls, they're off to a great start. They're 5-0 on the season.
Wow.
Coached by Coach Doug Head. So far, they have a combined score of all their games 39-1. 39 points in 5 games in soccer is phenomenal.
yeah, that's what's impressive to me is the 1 point they've given up.
That's exactly right.
That is solid.
That's exactly right. But, apparently they've got a lot of speed on the team this year, playing some good, strong defense, apparently.
Defense wins.
It does. So kudos to them. Leading scorers this season so far is Carly Couch, who we've talked about earlier, is already signed.
Going to Furman.
Kaylin Baker, and then we got Taylor Nemo. Defensively, the team's being led by Hope Gartman, Scarlett Hogan, and Emily Coleman. And they've had their first region match. That was last night, and beat Coffee County 9-0.
Wow.
9-0. That's a phenomenal score there. This Friday, they're going to go on the road to Wayne County. Can you get to Wayne County from Tift County?
Helicopter.
Okay. I was just checking. Actually Wayne County's already defeated one of our new region opponents, Camden County.
Really?
So, could be a good matchup there.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So I think they're really anticipating that. Next varsity home matches will be March 15th versus Valdosta. So, if you can get out and watch these kids play, certainly.
Is there a time on that, Todd?
I don't have a time. I'm sure we can get that for you.
4:30, somewhere in there.
Yeah, typically those games are, after school, but, not too late in the evening.
Right, definitely.
They kind of try to get those in and get those kids on home as quick as they can. JV ladies, strong start as well. They are 1-0-1. They beat Lowndes County in the first match. Tied Lowndes County 3-3. Then they went on the road to Thomasville and beat Thomasville 8-0.
8-0.
8-0. So that's pretty doggone solid right there. Some of the leading scorers for the JV team is Rocio Mendoza. I'm going to probably butcher that a little bit. And then Taylor McDonald. And Julissa Vasquez and Kristen Del Toro and Sarah Kremlin are kind of leading the way defensively for the team. They got their first home match coming up Monday, and they'll be out there on the field against Lowndes County, the Vikings Lady Vikings from Lowndes County. That's the girls. Varsity boys, they've started out 3-1-1, which is not bad. A little slow there. Got several new players, they say, this year, and trying to get them in the system and acclimated to the game. And they fell to Ware County and then tied Thomasville. And last night they defeated Coffee, which was, of course, a region match there and big win there. Mm-hmm. This year the team's being led by Cleaver Gonzalez and Gilbert Hernandez, and they're looking for big things this season. They got Cocker County coming up, and then they'll be hosting Tift County on the 15th of March.
Hosting Tift County.
Hosting Valdosta. Thank you, Randy. And then the JV boys, they got their 2-0-1. They defeated Lowndes and Thomasville and had a draw with Coffee. And notes I have here is the soccer team is a very charismatic team. And I know some of these kids. And,
Hold on now. What does charismatic mean?
Well, I think they're really excited and really want to play. And
No. That's the literal term. What is that?
I'm just reading my notes.
I'm saying they're scrappy. That's what I'm thinking.
They probably are.
They might get a few red cards.
Well,
Let's go out and watch that. That's what
they probably, that's very possible.
We'll call them yellow cards. Red cards
that's right.
Results in ejections.
Right.
I know our young men and women don't have that.
That's exactly right. But some of the standouts for the JV boys is Cheeto Falcon, Jose Lopez, and Bo Lamb.
Well, good.
So a lot of great things going on with soccer. Our soccer program the past few years have actually, had quite a bit of success, and I look for that to continue again.
It's a program that's growing.
It really has.
It doesn't get enough pats on the back.
I can remember about 18 years ago going up to North Georgia. Yeah, I can remember back that far. And soccer had really started to grow up there, and we didn't, soccer, you hadn't even heard of it in Tift County.
Right.
It's really grown and come to its own here in Tifton, and big program.
When I was a kid, man, I could kick the ball from here to the end of the road, and I would, but back then that was soccer. That wasn't football soccer. That was just soccer.
Right, exactly.
That was something you did till football started up, and so the ball would roll down to me, man. I would boot it back down the field. Boom! Yeah. Everybody would run down and get it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And it's changed so much.
Oh my!
So
it has, and there's a lot of planning and scheming going into it, and they look at these other teams and kind of know what they're playing against and how they need to play them. It's it's a mental game as well. It really is.
Well, one thing's for sure, you got to be in shape because,
oh my gosh,
man, you run all over that field.
Absolutely,
it's a wide field, and
yeah,
there's not really much stoppage.
No, there's not. I know Mason, my own son, played middle school soccer, and gosh, these kids just run. I wouldn't be here today.
I could use a little running, but
I could too. But
it's not ice cream season. That's when I get my running in. So.
Well, that ice cream truck does come around Tennessee Nissan every once in a while.
Yeah, he gets fast too. That's what gets me. I got to be quick sometimes. So.
That's exactly right. But soccer team's going strong, and we'll continue to give you updates as we get them.
Sure will. Big shout out to Coach Zach Martin with the soccer team. He's a buddy of mine, and
I got you.
They good luck to them.
Absolutely. So we'll of course another sport that's kind of starting to gear up now is gymnastics. I know you may have been a gymnast in your day. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the pommel horse.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. Sometimes I get on the rings.
Just for fun.
Just to loosen up.
Just for fun. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Gym Devils started off with a great season again this year.
Hold on, let's stop. Why are you making fun of me tonight? What have I done to you? I'm always nice to you. I treat you well.
You do. I mean, you really do. I mean, you buy me lunch from time to time, and you've done a lot for me, and I appreciate that. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, let's start over then. Let's start over.
Oh man, I guess I'm just in a good mood tonight, Randy.
Well, if you mess with me, you're leaving someone else alone.
That's exactly right. I mean, somebody's getting a break out there. That's
exactly.
For sure.
So, all right, go ahead.
But the Gym Devils, they've started off strong. They've had a win against Coffee, America Sumter, Thomas County Central, and Camden County. Their first home meet this year, they scored 109.45 points, which is quite a few points for a soccer team. Gymnastics team. I apologize. I've changed gears. I know.
You in my cup?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm not in your cup tonight. But
it's just sweet tea, by the way.
Just sweet tea. But, the meet against Cocker County, they actually had to cancel that because of the weather last week. This coming Saturday, they're actually traveling up to North Georgia, and they'll be competing against teams such as Sequoia, Alpharetta, Northview, Pope, West Forsyth, and Roswell. And gymnastics is another one of these sports, kind of like air rifle. You don't really compete as a region. You compete, with teams on a, statewide,
right.
And, it could be a 6A school, 1A school, what have you, whoever has gymnastics teams. And, they'll have a qualifier for state. Out of this, apparently there's 60 teams in the state of Georgia. And the top 6 will actually go to state. And then you actually will, compete as a team, and then you actually will compete individually.
Okay.
Tift County has been very fortunate. The Gym Devils have been state champions the last 2 years, and kudos to them and Coach Jody Roberts. They're looking for their 3rd trip to the state this year and come away as a 3-peat.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be great. Those girls, they work hard. Kind of joking with you a little bit about being a gymnast, but I tell you, that's a sport. That's you got to be in some good physical shape.
Yeah.
Mentally challenging, physically challenging. You got to have great balance. It's just a sport that kind of just you got to have a little bit of everything to be able to compete. It'd be tough for me to compete in that one. Very tough.
Yeah, you got to have a little muscle between the ears. I mean, it takes a little bit.
It takes a little bit of everything. Man. It really does. It really does. This year's team, they have 7 seniors returning.
Wow.
Which is tremendous.
That is. That's phenomenal.
For a gymnastics team to have 7 returning seniors, that's great. And kind of led by Beth Roberts, who won individual all around last year, and Libby Barber, who was 5th all around last year. So, looking for big things. Tatum Lamb's also a senior that's returning, and she qualified last year on the beam. So, gymnastics, looking for great things out of them again this year, and I'm sure they're going to do well, and we wish them all the best.
Yeah, I'm assuming they don't have anything down here as far as competition.
Well, the only thing they did have a meet here in Tift County, and I think it's just one of those deals where they just kind of have to travel a lot.
That's unfortunate.
It is, I think it's, almost kind of like wrestling. A lot of the tournaments you go to are multiple teams, and, you have a host school that hosts everyone else, and, to be able to do that, you can't have a lot of home matches.
Right. Well, good.
So,
That's
a lot of great things going on there.
Yep, that is phenomenal. So, so that's gymnastics. I thought they were a fall sport. I didn't realize they were spring.
Yeah, they're spring. They're spring.
Well, good. I'm glad.
So yeah, and we certainly wish them best of luck this year.
Yeah, definitely. That's exciting. A three-peat.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they'll keep us updated on what's going on.
We will. We'll continue to get updates from them, and as we get updates, we'll have some kids that stand out, and we'll certainly mention those kids as we get that information.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay. Well, let's move on. We can move on back to a winter sport. Our air rifle team is moving on to. They're closing out their season this week,
mm-hmm.
and they have got. They had a match yesterday. It was the 5th, was it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yesterday against Turner County. Mm-hmm. They won that match 11-21 to 10-19. So 1,121 to 1,019. A really good match, mm-hmm. and I mean, looking at the scores, that's fairly close.
That is fairly close.
But we do want to spotlight one individual young lady, and her name is Paige Gates. She mm-hmm. is a freshman who shot a 281.
Wow.
And when we've talked about them before, we've talked about that third shooter. You got to find that third shooter. Coach has talked about that.
Exactly.
And she just might have found her third shooter.
Right. And in a freshman.
Yeah. So they go next week again, or tomorrow night against Colquitt, which is their biggest rival.
That's exactly right.
And so maybe with the help of Paige Gates, mm-hmm. if she can keep her nerves under control, she can go out there and we can maybe beat Moultrie tomorrow. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely. I know all these kids have worked really hard. And Friday they actually compete in their sectionals. I believe that's what they call them. Is sectional
area or whatever it is.
Area. So area championship will be in Sylvester on Friday.
Okay.
So that will be good, and then maybe they can move on to state,
right? Exactly.
And showcase their talents there.
That'd be great.
That'd be phenomenal.
Absolutely.
So,
well, I'm sure we'll have some kids qualify for state.
Oh, definitely. I think we got a couple who already have. Excuse me. Oh my. So I don't remember. I need to go through my notes and look. At 281, doesn't Paige Gates qualify?
I can't remember what that cutoff is. There's a score if they score a certain score during the season, they automatically qualify for state.
That's right.
I don't remember what it is.
May have, but Coach didn't mention it right here, so maybe not. But still, that's the that's the third shooter she was looking for, and that is huge.
Absolutely.
So maybe she can keep that hot streak going and come in and do something. I mean, they got a handful of kids. Miles McDonald shot a 271. Hannah Rucker always comes in around a 280 something. Mm-hmm. She shot 281. Brooke Hester 288. It might be 290. Might have been that number.
It may be. That may be the magic number.
They had a really good day against Turner. Mm-hmm. So kudos to them those nice young students who can shoot their eyes out. I mean, can shoot somebody else's eyes out. And we wish them luck Friday at Areas. I don't believe I'm going to be able to make it over there to watch it. Luckily and unfortunately, we're having a baby, so we.
Maybe unfortunately for the baby.
Yeah, well, there's so many scenarios and twists to that.
There are. Oh, boy.
Hold on now. Donovan was looking like he had something smart to say.
Staying out of it as well, huh?
So
me.
I don't know that we'll be able to be there, but
Right.
But if not, maybe I can ease. I don't know what time it starts. It probably starts right after school.
I would think so. But that challenge is still there. Randy and I want to get on that lane and match our skills up with these kids and.
Yeah, let's let them get through their state competitions and stuff, and
we probably
they don't need two idiots with goggles and guns messing up their practice and stuff. So maybe they can get through their state competition.
Right. That's exactly right.
And then we can show them who the boss is.
That's right. Absolutely, no doubt.
Sounds like a plan
to
me. So, what else we got? Oh,
we got baseball going on. Baseball's kicked off. Boy, I tell you what. Man, this baseball team I think is going to be hot this year, Randy. Already had a little bit of success, and I'm sitting out there on the hill. I hear a lot of great things about baseball this season.
Yeah,
a lot of excitement.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz in the air, man. They're undefeated right now. Let me get my notes here. They had a phenomenal game against Tift County the other night.
Oh my! And I caught the tail end of that one.
Yeah. We were down. I can't remember what the score was. I think it was
6-1. I believe 5-1 or 6-1.
5-1 maybe 5-2.
Something like that.
And they stormed back and won.
Absolutely.
Come back and won, and it was pretty cool. Tift County's got a kid who is just all world D1. Can go anywhere he wants to play baseball, and he. Chances are he's going to go pro. But so he was on the mound, and we had. Bullard on the mound for us pitching, and it was just Clash of the Titans type of situation, and they were going at it, and that Robert kid got the best of us coming out of Tift County, but they had to pull him eventually.
That's right.
And when they did, we got to their bullpen a little bit.
That's exactly right.
And we rocked them, and they ended up coming back and winning.
They did.
It's crazy because I feel like when they win, I win. I just know so many of the kids out there and the mamas and daddies. That's how I feel. So.
Right. That's right.
But they went up to Oconee to play up there, and it got rained out because of the rain. And then they went to Jefferson County, and it rained there too. So, and then let's see, they went over the weekend to Jones County this past weekend.
Right.
They won 13-5. And I just want to give a shout out to two kids, Briggs Benson and Patrick Watson. I know both of them hit home runs.
Wow.
And
I did not know that.
yeah,
Wow.
so chicks dig the long ball, and Briggs Benson will love that.
He definitely will.
He's a card, buddy. I tell you what. And
apple didn't fall far from the tree.
So don't talk about Kim like that. That's
I know. I'm sorry, Kim.
But. And then Patrick Watson is just the opposite of Briggs.
Oh, absolutely.
So
does he even talk?
I don't know. I've known him literally his whole life, and he come up to me the other day, and I said, "What's going on?" And he just kind of looked at me like I was crazy, and I said, "Dude, if this place catches on fire, you better have a whistle or something so somebody know you're in here."
That's exactly right.
But yeah, a good bunch of young kids coming up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Tift County, their baseball team really is young this year.
We got a lot of sports like that, man. We got some young kids coming up.
Oh gosh, yes, we do.
So, so they won, and then last night they went to Lee County, and they were down.
Yeah.
Come back and won.
Lee County is one of those programs that great program, and go to Lee County and beat Lee County in baseball, you've done something.
Yeah. I think they're down a little bit, but still,
they're
a little bit is better than most around here.
Absolutely. So. And 5-2?
5-2, yeah.
Wow.
So they've got another big game coming up Friday night. They got a doubleheader with Camden.
Oh my!
And it's kind of unknown what Camden's going to be. I think they're pretty decent in baseball.
Right.
I know a few years ago we played them in a playoff situation.
That's right.
They beat us, and we played them pretty tough, but just couldn't come out ahead. So
that's exactly right.
But we've got a whole new leaf being turned over.
We do, and apparently we've turned it over and discovered some things under that leaf.
That's exactly,
exactly. And that's all you can really say. You and I both knowing a lot of parents, a lot of kids. Everyone's excited about baseball this season.
Yeah, they should be. So
I agree.
Make sure you go out and watch that doubleheader Friday evening. Bring a jacket. It's going to be cool. And when you get there, pay double to get in. You should. So, says a guy who has a card that lets him in free. You know, I spend a lot at concession stand. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. So
you spend the money eventually, right?
Yes, exactly. So go out there. Here's a list of their upcoming games. They've got Friday night. They got Camden doubleheader, like I said. They have it listed here at 4:30 and 7. So if you can't make both of them, which you should, try to catch the tail end. Then on Tuesday they've got Lee County at home. Mm-hmm. Then they have Lowndes at home on the 15th, Friday night, doubleheader. So that's 2 Friday nights in a row they're playing doubleheaders. And then the following Friday again they got Colquitt in a doubleheader. Now Lowndes and Colquitt are kind of the two front runners, preseason.
Preseason going into the season.
Yeah, going into the season. I was told today by a somewhat reliable source, and by somewhat reliable, I mean he's a friend of mine, and I got to aggravate him. So he's a friend of ours. And
was he at work? Did he come by our place of business today?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
So he told me that Lowndes and Colquitt is probably the two front runners.
Oh,
so,
wow! How about that?
But Lowndes is number 1 and 2 kid is out there with the injury, which I hate. I want to beat them with their best.
Absolutely.
So, and always. Maybe by 2 weeks he'll be up.
He'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back. Mm-hmm. So Lowndes, Colquitt. Then we'll have Berrien, and then we'll have Northside Warner Robins. 1st of April. So pretty big slate of games coming up. Region starting up.
Right.
I mean,
that's exactly right.
It's spring baseball. It's in
that's
there.
Right. Well, something kind of new this year to our region, particularly, is these doubleheaders. I think we got several of those on the slate this year. So
I like it, man, because when I was in school, we played them that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And what it does is, hopefully, man, we can. My goal is to get a student section so large out there that they got to build extra stands.
Right, exactly.
In everything we do.
Oh, I know.
So it's so important, and so many sports need some support like that.
That's exactly right. I mean, fans in the stands goes a long way.
Yeah, I agree, man. So, and that's one reason why we have this show going, to build some support like that.
That's right. That's exactly right.
But get a group of kids together to do something besides the Harlem Shake. You know what I mean? That's I mean, really, that's the gist of it. Let's get out there and support each other.
That's right.
And
that's exactly
when we do that, man, we build a program and a foundation in this community that is like no other. So, so go out and watch some baseball, man. These kids need our support and our help and our love. So
that's exactly right.
Get out there to them and see what we can do. One other note, golf season started up.
Right. I was going to mention golf.
Yeah. I don't have any stats on it.
I don't either. I know the season has started.
Yeah.
They went over to, did they go to Jekyll Island this past weekend? St. Simon's or Jekyll. I'm not sure which one.
I've got a schedule and I forgot to bring it.
I actually talked to Coach Davis Sunday afternoon. Okay. And they didn't do too well.
Really?
No, he was kind of disappointed in their performance over there. But he said it was cold and windy and just the weather was awful. He said, and apparently it just took forever to play. And he said they would get on the tee box and they would have to wait 30, 40 minutes before they could tee off. He said it was just miserable conditions over there. So, I'm sure that kind of played into it.
Certainly.
I'm sure we'll get some information on upcoming tournaments and that sort of thing, and I'll try to get that from Coach Davis and have a little more information and
definitely
kind of find out who some of these kids are, so we can spotlight them and
that's right.
Give them a good mention here on there.
I do know that the middle school team had a tournament, a 9-hole match Monday against Colquitt and Pine Grove, and they beat Colquitt by 15 strokes and then beat Pine Grove by 51 strokes.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah. So that was phenomenal. And
yes.
They have a tournament, actually. The Emmett Bowers Invitational Tournament will be Monday.
Right.
Out at Spring Hill. So if you get a chance, go out there and support those kids.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
They need a good golf clap in the background.
That's right. That's exactly right. And, I think we've had some track events maybe cranking up a little bit too.
I know our middle school track team won yesterday.
Yeah, they had a meet yesterday. Yeah, they sure did. So, we'll try to get a little bit more information on those kids too. And, Randy, we've talked about it before. Spring is a busy time for athletics, on the high school level. All right, girls tennis team is 2-1.
All right.
And they play Colquitt County tomorrow at 4. So
Thank you there, Billy Bob.
tennis is cranked up as well. You know, and that's like you say, Randy. There's so much going on; it's hard to keep up with everything going on.
I forgot all about tennis. I'm
tennis,
sorry,
exactly.
Spring's a good time of year.
It is.
March Madness. That's what we should have called this episode.
March Madness. Yep, it's mad, all right.
It's going crazy, man. So
the madness is within.
Yep. 2-1 in the league, Billy Bob. You said they play Colquitt tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, jot up there what their upcoming matches are besides Colquitt, please, if you don't mind. So, are there any sports we're missing for spring?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
And if we have, we encourage you all to please.
Yeah, I mean,
we've got a revamped website. So
yeah, please let us know. I mean, we try to do the best we can, but any information anyone can get to us, would greatly appreciate it.
Definitely. March 12th, the tennis team's at Lowndes.
Okay.
So
good deal.
Great. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you for that information. Do you got a kid that participates in tennis? I'm assuming there, Billy Bob.
For those of you who don't know, we've got a live chat going on during our
That's
show.
Exactly right.
And Lowndes High School tournament at Valdosta.
That's the
LHS
Lowndes High School tournament at Valdosta.
315, 316.
2-day tournament there. So.
Yep.
Okay, Maggie. Okay, I know who this is. So Maggie's on the tennis team there. That's great. I know you're proud of her. Participated in the swim team, and I know he's proud of his daughter. She's done very well.
Yeah, definitely. So, just another tidbit about me, not to make the show about me because it's not, but I played tennis in high school too. That's right. All of this played tennis in high school. So
well. And in Randy's defense, now I have seen pictures of Randy from high school. He didn't have all that in high school.
I hope nobody's got all this in high school. So,
oh me.
All right, on 320, the tennis team will go to Colquitt.
Great.
How about a home match? There we go. Home against Irwin. Or Erin, depending on where you're from.
Yeah, I mean, some of the folks we work with, they're actually from Irwin County.
Irwin County. That's on March 27th. So, well, good. Maybe we can get out and view some of that.
That's right. That's right. Good deal.
Well, great. Well, Billy Bob, we appreciate that feedback. If you will look, Bleckley. That's a long ways away, ain't it?
Yeah.
Where's Bleckley?
Bleckley County, that's east of Tifton, somewhere. No.
Past McCray.
Bleckley County. Yeah, golly.
I don't know.
I had to get the old road map out and look at that.
Yeah. Where's Bryce Johnson when you need him? So.
Absolutely. He'll tell you where to eat.
Yeah, exactly. So if you look across the lower third right here, we have some information where you can get in contact with us. Probably the best way is any of them because we'll get all of them.
That's right.
But the TCDL anero.TV, just go in there and there's a way to contact us in there and get us your information. On our new website, we have a discussion board.
Right, exactly.
Which is something new we're toying with.
Right.
And me and Todd are trying to get in there the best we can and, put some stuff in and
yeah, I memean, we
contribute
encourage you
to the discussion board. So,
we encourage you to visit our website and, get on that discussion board. We'd love to see what you want, what's on your mind and, maybe give us some ideas on the discussion board, some things y'all would like to see.
Definitely. And then we have a Rising Star section where you can submit a player spotlight. I'm sorry.
Player spotlight.
You can submit a player spotlight information on the website. There's a tab for that. So the website's revamped and up and going and looking really good. So y'all log on and check us out and let us know how we can help the community help you and get your kids on here and we'll interview them. Whatever we can do, just let us know what's going on. We'll be there to do it. So,
this is something we're wanting to do for the community, for these kids. Give them a little recognition, a little forum for a little recognition. It's something new for the community. And
that's right.
We're doing it because we love these kids and we love youth athletics and. We like what youth athletics does for kids.
Exactly.
It's a forum for them to kind of, maybe going to the next level and use that maybe as a tool, to maybe get a college education.
Yeah, exactly. So, think outside of the box. Don't think of your kid. Think of everybody's kid,
Right.
and nominate or submit. A few kids. I mean, whatever,
yeah.
we're here. We'll do as
That's
much as we
exactly
can with what resources we have. So, again, feel free to log on to our website, nominate your child or somebody else's child for Player Spotlight of the Week, and get on that discussion
Right.
board, and let's get this thing rolling.
That's right. Well, we got a lot of tennis coming up.
There's a lot of tennis coming
We
up.
got home versus Irwin on the 27th. The 28th, we got Bleckley County coming in. And then on the 29th, we got Camden County coming in. And then on April 9th, we go to Bleckley County. And on April 11th, we got Coffee here at home. And then on the 12th, we've got Camden here at home. And the region tournament begins April 18th at Valdosta. So a lot of tennis coming up.
A lot of tennis.
A lot of action on the court there.
Yeah. Now, Billy Bob, is this boys and girls both will be there? I'm typically that's how it
I
is.
feel like it is too.
Yeah, but not always. So I didn't know. Just kind of curious.
Yes.
Good deal. Good deal. So, all right, Todd. Well, what else we got?
Well, like I say, it's a busy time of year. Gonna be a busy time of year for you here in just a
Yeah.
few days.
Yeah. Next time you guys see me, I'll be a daddy.
That's exactly right. And he I don't know. I've known Randy for quite a while, and I hope he's prepared for this.
I'm not.
It's gonna be quite interesting to watch.
Go to the discussion board. Let me know how. Give me directions to y'all's house so I can sleep there or something. I don't know. Give me something.
Oh me.
So
I've been through it 3 times, so I can offer you the best worst advice I can.
yeah, well, we'll see. We'll be. Hey, don't pray for me. Pray for somebody else. Pray,
Now,
pray for my
now
wife.
Now, have y'all picked out a name, Randy?
We got a first name.
You got a first
and the last name we're up in the air on still. We got a few tests to take, but we're going with Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, okay.
Yeah, her dad is from New York and Brooklyn, and I'm serious, he is. So that's kind of a dual purpose name, but
Okay.
we both liked it.
Well, you mentioned prayers. I think we all need to pray for Brooklyn.
She's got her work cut out for her, buddy.
She does.
My wife's got her work cut out for her too. So
Oh, yeah, she's going to have 3 kids to take care of now.
yeah, 3 kids. Thanks, Todd.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Beat up on Randy tonight, but that's okay. That's fine.
Hey,
We'll make it roll. So
just trying to keep the show as lively as we can.
yeah, exactly. So
And that's what this is all about, man. We want to get some information out. We want to have fun getting it out.
yeah, we do. So I want to close with this just real quick. We at the beginning of the show we showed the HARLEM Shake and the
Right.
student section, everything, and I was cutting up about it earlier, but really that was the core of our high school student body at a basketball game,
Right.
having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like that every week, but man, it needs to be.
It needs to be.
It absolutely needs to be. And whether you're HARLEM shaking at a basketball game or doing whatever at the tennis match, we need to be there to support it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So let's work out something, Tift County, to get these students to the games and to the events. And whether it's let them pay $1 to get in or let them in free.
and I'm all for letting these kids in free.
Me too.
Man, you're gonna fill the place up if you do that. These kids will get excited about whatever sport it is, and participants of the sport, they'll know that support is there then. And
That's right.
They seem to work a little harder, play a little harder when they've got that support out there, somebody cheering them on. So you're right. We need to fill the stands, whatever it is.
We need to help create a buzz for
Absolutely.
what's going on.
Absolutely. And I know we've talked about it a couple of times that these high school kids, middle school kids, this is their one opportunity.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to encourage them, praise them, lift them up, cheer them on as much as we can.
Whether we're the best or the worst on paper. We need to be a champion outside in everything we do.
Absolutely.
So that's where it starts. So let's get out of here, Todd.
Yeah, we need to go.
My wife's probably ready for me to not come home, but I'm coming home anyway. So anyway, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Hopefully.
Hopefully I'll be well rested. And so until then, this is the Devil's Lair. I'm Randy Meadows.
And I'm Todd Gann.
Fear the Pitchfork.
This here's been a production of the Narrow Media Network. Your reality distorted. For other great shows, be sure to check out Anero.tv.